NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No,
right?
2 touchdown passes.
Two touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So, and right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. They find some open field here. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Power running, and he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
From the 29, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And it is now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Abdullah, the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Dak Prescott sacked.
He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Vikings take over first and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's got room. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now Abdullah, the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night. later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
On second down, Cousins again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Take it in at the 22. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Prescott looks to throw on first. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's going to take off with it. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Steps away. This pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys continue to pour it on. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Abdullah, the return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Recovered by the kicking team.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys add on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Vikings, nothing.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is Tony Pollard. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 7 77 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And the Vikings able to recover it, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Cowboys. 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
Let's get out.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to get a score back. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And his kick is right through. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Eluding the pressure right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 11 yards there, first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, here's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he loses the football a second time. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, Brian. You ready?
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Flushed out right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's second down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Throwing here, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Still on his feet. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
This one brought in by Jefferson. He got 29 yards that time.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, and he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The first down carry by Elliott. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Cowboys.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 26 yards on the play there. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. This is caught. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run,